Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a settings and menu walkthrough guide for the iZeeker IG420 solar powered trail camera. So let's get right into this system. So first, okay, we've got to turn the camera on, and there's just one switch right there. We're going to go to the on position. Now, the first thing we're going to come to is the languages, and it has various languages here, and so you can choose which language you want. Okay, and my language is English, so I'm going to go with English, and this right here is the enter button, so we'll press that right there. And now we have to choose the date. It's 2024. Press enter. Go to the next one. It's January, and the day is the 3rd. Press enter again. Now we're going to set the time. The time is now 1:03 p.m. where I am, so that will be 1300 hours. Okay, and go. Now, the camera comes with a 32 gigabyte SD card already installed, and it's asking if we want to format. I always recommend that you format your SD cards every time you change them out or put them back in the camera. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, now we can see that the camera's on, and it's looking up at the camera that I'm filming with right now. This is the mode button right here, and we can switch. This is how you view your files. We can see the little camera icon, so it's in camera mode. If we want to take a picture, just press enter. Okay, if we want to go to video mode and record, we can actually see the little camera icon right there, and we can record this way. So you can use it manually. Press again to stop. To replay your videos or images, press mode again, and then we can record this way, so you can use it. Okay, so you hear that right there. It has audio, records audio and video. Okay, so now that's how you play back the files that are on the SD card if you want to, or you use the camera manually in the field. All right, now let's go to the menu system. Now our first option on the menu system is monitor delay. Now what this is how long the monitor will stay on after you stop pressing buttons. So 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, the monitor will turn off and it'll go into standby mode. So we're going to leave it there. All right, mode. So press enter. We have 3 mode options, just to take photos, or to take a video, or to take both. Since I'm going to be testing this out, I'm going to be doing both photo and video, so we'll set it there. Okay. Photo resolution, let's see what our photo resolutions are. We have 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 36, and 48 megapixels. All right, we're going to go with maximum. I always shoot everything at maximum resolution. No, we have 32 gigabytes of space. No sense in not doing that. Photo series. This is how many photos you want the camera to take each time it's activated. And we have up to 1, 2, or 3 photo option. We'll go ahead and put it to 3 photos. Okay, now we'll go to video resolution. Let's see what our minimum resolution is. 480p, 720p, 1080p, 2K, and 4K. So I'm going to set it to 4K. Video length, let's see how long it's set. 10 seconds is a good video length. You can, let's see, the minimum is 5 seconds and the maximum is 5 minutes. I do like 10 seconds, so I'm just going to use that right there. All right, down. Cycle storage is off. What cycle storage means that if the SD card gets full, if it is to off, then the camera will simply stop recording at all. Even if things are in front of it moving, it won't record anymore. But if you turn it to on, then it will actually start overwriting the oldest files on the card. So it will continue working. Even if the card is full, it will just erase and record over the oldest files on the card. PIR interval. This is how often you want the camera to be active in sensing motion. So it's set to 30 seconds. That's pretty fast for wildlife. It might be good in places where you don't get a lot of activation. For wildlife, I like to go with either 5 or 10 minutes, but we have up to a 30-minute delay option if you need that. I'm going to set it to 5 minutes. Okay. PIR sensitivity. This is how sensitive the actual motion detector is. and it comes set to normal. I always like to set mine at high, and then if I get too many false positive where little minor movement of non-living things like bushes or shadows cause it to go off, then I'll set it down to medium. But I always start at high and see how it goes. IR brightness. Okay, so your IR lights right here, whenever at nighttime they come on, they have a brightness level. You can use economic, which means that at night it's going to be a little dimmer. You can use normal, and you can use highlight. Now, if you want to record things that are at a distance, say beyond 20, 30, 40 feet at night, you're going to need to use the highlight. Now, if you're recording something within 20 feet, then normal or economics would be good. Economics would be good, say, if you're using an area that has some maybe ambient light, say an alleyway with a street light or something like that, and you don't need full brightness. But in the wilderness, if you're taking wildlife photos at night, I always like to use the highlight. Next one is target recording time. Target recording time, you can set the camera to only function certain hours of the day, say from 4 p.m. till 9 a.m. or something like that. If you want to record 24 hours a day, just don't even mess with that. But if you want to set a targeted recording time, you can go in here to the menu, turn it on, and then have a start time and a shut off time. Okay, I'm going to leave it to off because I want it to do 24 hours a day. Time-lapse recording. Now this is primarily a motion detection camera, which means that it will only take images and videos whenever it senses motion. But if you want to disable that and just take a picture ever so often, say every 30 seconds, and do a time lapse, you can set it to this mode. The important thing to note is that while in time lapse mode, all motion detection functions will be shut off. Now there's the language, so we've already done that. Date format, if you're from different countries, you can choose, different countries have different ways of displaying the date. I'm in the US, so we do month, day, and year. Some countries do year, month, day. Some countries do day, month, year. So I'm going to do US calendar time, so we'll do that there. Date and time. We've already set the date and time, so we don't need to do that. We'll press the menu button to go back. Serial number. If you want to give the camera a custom name, that will be burned onto the image to tell you which camera. Say you have 4 or 5 cameras and you can't remember which card the camera came out or where the images came from. You can turn this on and you can use the up and down menu buttons to give it a name like 1. So you can give it a name. So I give it the name of iZeeker, okay. Temp units. So depending on where you're at, you can set it to either Fahrenheit or Celsius. I use Fahrenheit, so I'll use that. Beeping sound, that's what you're hearing whenever I'm hitting the camera. Buttons here, this little beep sound right here, you can actually turn that off if you don't want to hear that, and then you won't get that sound. But for the sake of the recording, I'm going to leave that on so you can tell when I'm pressing the buttons. Okay. Audio recording, this is earlier when I recorded the video, you heard the audio. You can actually turn that off if you don't want to record sound, but I'm going to leave that on. And the stamp, this is what's going to appear burned into the image. You can have the time, date, and logo, or just time and date, or date, or you can turn that off. I'm going to leave time, date, and logo on so it records everything. Password protection. If you're going to put this camera in a place where it has a chance of being stolen, you can enable the password protection, which actually doesn't stop the camera from being stolen, but it prevents thieves from using the camera after it's stolen. The important thing is if you ever forget your password, then it will also lock you out. So if you do use this function, remember, it does not prevent the camera from being stolen. It just basically makes it a paperweight for the thief. But if you forget your password, then it's going to be a paperweight for you. So if you do use this function, make sure that you write your password down. Format memory card, we've already done that. If you want to reset the camera back to factory default settings, you can use this setting. Customer service, this is where you can scan this and get an email to contact the customer service. okay? And then this is your system where you can do a firmware update, and then if you need to see the firmware version, you can click there and you can see that. And now we're back to the beginning. All right, guys, so there's all the menu system, all the settings and what they do and what my preferred settings are. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that thumbs up under the video to let me know this video has helped you out. Until next time, this is the Gadget Man saying, I'll see you later.